This year is a Jewish leap year. There's an added month. There's Adar Rishon and Adar Sheni. Right now it is Adar Rishon. Purim Yirtzeh Hashem will be next month in Adar Sheni. The reason why we have a leap year in our calendar is because the Rambam writes, as the Rambam explains in Hilchos Kiddush HaChodesh, in Judaism, the months are lunar months. Olas HaChodesh B'Chodsho, something that renews itself, rejuvenates itself, which is the moon. Every month, the moon disappears and reappears again. HaChodesh Hazeh Lochem Rosh Chodeshim. Chazal tell us that Moshe wasn't sure what to do. Hashem showed him the new moon, Kzerei V'Kadesh. So the months are lunar months. However, the years are solar years. Pasuk says in Parshas Re'eh, Shemor es Chodesh Aviv, v'asisa Pesach l'Hashem Elokecha. One has to make sure that Nisan is always in the spring. Being that lunar months vary between 29 and 30 days, at the end of the year, you'll have approximately 354 days, 11 days short of a solar year. In order that Pesach and Nisan remain in the spring, one has to therefore add a month every couple of years that Pesach doesn't come out in the winter, the fall, or the summer. You cannot have 11 days at the end of the year that are not part of any month. The Gemara says in Megillah on Daf Hey, L'chadshei Hashanah, a year has to be made up of only months and not loose days. Therefore, since the months are lunar months and the years are solar years, every couple of years there has to be an added month of another Adar in order that the seasonal Chagim remain in the proper times. There's a machlokus in the Gemara in Megillah, in the first parak, which month we celebrate Purim. One shita is in Adar Sheni, and that's what we do. Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Yossi says, no, you celebrate in Adar Rishon. The Gemara explains that, according to Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Yossi, you celebrate it in Adar Rishon because Ein Ma'arvin Ala Mitzvos. According to the Tanakama, the Chachamim, what we follow, it's in Adar Sheni, because we want Purim to be next to Pesach. The Nes Nister of Purim should be celebrated next to the Nes Nigla of Pesach. In order to be next to each other, we celebrate it in the second Adar. The machloka should be explained, which is the real added month, which is the added month, and which is the real month. The real month of Adar should have Purim. The added month should not. That should be the machlokas. What is the added month? Rav Shachter pointed out that we see from this that essentially, this year, any leap year, there are 2 months of Adar. It's not a different month. Adar repeats itself. This would explain the Shita quoted in the Ramah and the Psak of the Gra, that somebody who has Yortzeit in Adar, he celebrates the Yortzeit twice in a leap year, because essentially the day and the month repeat itself. Every holiday we have, most holidays we have mitzvos. However, the mitzvos don't always have to be done on the entire holiday. The Seder is only the first night of Pesach. Minat Torah, the Arba Minim, the Lulav Esrog, Hadasim, and Aravas are only taken the first day. Even though Sukkot is 7 days, this mitzvah is only the first day. The Gemara says in Megillah, the first parak, regarding Purim and Shushan Purim, both days, both Yudalit and Tesvav, are osir in Hesped and Tainus everywhere. Rav Soloveitchik explained that this is because essentially Purim is 2 days. There are Kovea 2 days for Purim, but when you do the mitzvos, you only have to do them 1 day. When you do it, depends where you live. Most places do it Yudalit. If you live in a city with a wall around it from the times of Yeshua, you do it on Tesvav. But both days are really Purim. Similarly, Rav Shachter claimed that really Adar repeats itself. So Yud Dalet and Tesvav, both in Adar Rishon and Adar Sheni, are Purim. There are 4 days of Purim this year. However, you only have to do the mitzvos once. When should you do them? That's the Machlokas Tanoim. Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Yossi says, the first Adar, Ein Ma'avrim Ala Mitzvos. We paskin no, you do it in the second Adar. It should be Somech Gula Legula. The Purim should be next to Pesach. But essentially, all 4 days are Purim. We paskin you only celebrate in Adar Sheni, and which day you celebrate depends upon where you live. That's why the minhag is that even though on many days we don't say Tachnun, like Bomer, Tu B'Av, Ashkenazim still say Lama Natseach. However, on Purim Katan, we don't say it. Like Erev Yom Kippur, like Rosh Chodesh. We don't say Lama Natseach. This is because Purim Katan is not just a day which it would have been Purim. Rather, this day is really Purim. It's a day of celebration and happiness, and therefore we don't say Lama Natseach either. As the Ramah concludes at the end of Orach Chaim, Tov Lev Mishta Tamid, it's always good to be happy and have simcha. This year should have a Purim Sameach and only simchas in our lives.